Welcome to another episode of Field Phone Ops. This episode we're going to look at the Panasonic KX T61610 PABX versus the Soho MS208 PABX. The reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of people had questions about field phones and PABXs, mainly a lot with TA838s not working on your home network. And also some people I know have multiple dial-up and touch-tone field phones that they want to operate at the same time, and you only have limited phone lines in your house. So go ahead and we'll get started. Okay, I've been receiving a lot of questions and comments about how I connect all my field phones up, my dial field phones up, so I can call, since I'm not hooking up to my phone lines at home. So what I do is I have what's called a small PABX. This is it. It's a private automatic branch exchange. This one right here provides dial tone and calling services. You can connect 8 telephones to it. It's got extensions 601 to 608. You can plug in 3 external lines to it. So if you want to plug in like your home phone line and then some other phones, this is basically what a business would use for doing its operations in that. It works with some field phones and not other field phones. It won't work with anything that has dials on it. It won't do dial pulse. You can buy converters that'll convert dial pulse to DTMF or touchtone. I tried those. I went through I think 5 or 6 of them at about $40–50 a pop. I don't think so, but this will not work with rotary phones, so don't think you're going to do it. I'm going to hook it up now. We'll hook up some commercial phones to it, and hook up a TA838 to it, which is probably one of the most common phones that field phones people get, that they want to hook up and use as a phone at home or something like that. Okay, we have the small PABX hooked up, and I've got a TA312 with a 955 touchtone dialer on it. A TA838 set for 2-wire common battery, DC common battery, I'm sorry, and a regular old just commercial telephone. We'll make some calls now and see how it works. First thing we'll do is we'll try calling something from the 312. Okay, I got dial tone. Let's call the commercial phone. That's 603. Okay. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Works good. Okay, now let's try calling the 838. That's 602. Okay, it's ringing. Phone's not ringing. No, let's go ahead and answer it anyway. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Yeah, the call's there, but it doesn't have enough. The switch doesn't have enough power to ring the 838. Okay, let's try one more thing. Let's call from the commercial phone. Let's try calling the TA312. See what happens. That's 601. Hello? Okay. It didn't ring it. Okay. The problem here is these phones, these military phones, these field phones like this, require 90 volts, 20 hertz ring down. This switch only puts out 70 volts, which is basically a European standard. So this phone will work with it. These phones will make calls going out. You can make a phone call out. You just will not receive the ring coming in. So that's the problem with using one of these. And like I said, you can buy a small converter box to go with them, but I never had any luck. They usually would go out after a couple tries, and they're rather expensive, and I didn't want to waste any more money, so I just broke down and bought myself a bigger Panasonic switch. So I'm going to shut down. We'll get all this stuff out of the way. We'll actually get the Panasonic switch out, and we'll look at that. Okay, this is my Panasonic 61610. I purchased this one because I wanted to be able to use my field phones. I had a bunch of field phones that had dialers on it, and the small PBX wouldn't work with dialers, so this is what I ended up getting. This is actually was designed for businesses in that, but it works great for me. You can do 11 phone extensions on here. The phones can either be dial phones or touch tone phones. It'll also do common battery phones. If you have like common battery field phones, you can hook them up and you can use them with this. It'll actually ring the operator position. It has the ability to use a door, so if you have like an access door where somebody picks the door phone up and you push a button, it'll do that. I don't have a use for that, but it's capable of doing that. It's got the ability to do 6 external lines. So if you had like phone lines coming in from the phone company, you'd plug them in here and then it'd allow people to make phone calls in, switch would route them, and then go back out. The only problem with this was in order to use it, I had to get a special phone. This is it right here. Got to have that to program it, but that was no big deal. This phone costs almost as much as the switch did. Okay, we'll go ahead and I'll shut down, hook everything up, and I'll show you how it actually works. Okay, I got them all hooked up. This has always got to be connected to extension 11, which is the first one. That's basically functions as the operator station for programming and stuff. The other ones are all hooked up according to their label. This is 2-digit dial, so first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and I'll actually call the 312 from the operator's phone. Good solid ring. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Go ahead and we'll call the other way. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, now I'll go ahead and I'll call the TA 838 17. There we go. Let's put the light on. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. My hand's up a little bit weak. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll call use the 838 call something. We'll call the operator extension 11. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2. Test, test. And you can see there he goes. That's basically how it works. The reason it works is because this was designed. It actually puts out an actual 90-volt ring signal, so it makes these operate. We'll actually operate that one too. If I remember right, that's 12, I think. Yep. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Yep, that's it. So that's the big deal. So in order to make it work and you actually do phones, you have to use something like this. Now, some home phones, if you basically a VoIP circuit, it will ring the 838 and the 312. I know some won't, so I mean, that's whether you want to use one phone. If you wanted to, you could actually take this and plug this into your home phone line, and you could hook up a bunch of these, field phones. Like I said, I purchased it because it lets me use my dial field phones that have actually rotary dials on them and call each other. And I also could hook up a network and do calling and that, and now I'd have to use my home phone line. So like I said, this is a TX